Waiting for you to arrive again.
Hey guys, this is Vash the Stampede, bringing you a deck profile for BCD Stride upgrade. So let's start with 0. So first we start off with Ride-Horn. Good card, good for early rush if you need it, just to restand. Next I run 6 crits, standard, and 2 stand triggers, just because Epic Buster just needs to stand sometimes. Plus, this is also like the specific stand triggers, Subliminal Gray, and Soul Blast 1, put at the bottom, draw a card. Good for like shuffling for your deck if you like need a attacker or something early in game, and also just reshuffle back a trigger. It's always good. Next, 4 draws, just because you need the hand advantage in this deck, even though you have the strides. But 4 standards, and we got your standard 4 heals. That's all you really need. So on the grade 1s.
Yep.
So grade 1s, we have 4 perfect guards, BCD of course, because when you drive check, you want to make sure you have a BCD unit rather than just any perfect guard. Like, new one's good, it's just not really needed for this deck. Maybe black. Next we have the new guy to the list, BCD Frogmaster. Skill, once it's placed when it's on the rear guard, your Vanguard basically just gets limit break no matter how many damage you're at. Like, these are like really good, especially in extreme deck where you don't use any counter blast whatsoever early game. So you just place it down, like turn 3, draw check that. Oh, I stand that, and then it's on. Next we have 4 Hatred Chaos. Max beats. Max beats, just stand it, counter blast 1, stand again. Pretty simple. And we have...
Stand something else, it's a beast deity, basically.
Yep. Nope, doesn't have to be beast deities.
Really?
Just have to counter blast a beast deity.
Nice.
Like, you can run this in any deck you want. And next we have 2 10k attackers, just because. Well, you could still run Blank March, but it's not really worth the minus, and besides, you have the Unlimiter now, so basically once you ride into extreme, you can just stand anything without having the minus and stuff. On the grade 2s, I have your standard 4 12k attackers, Hatred Chaos. Next we run 4 Pavios, just so like you can ride it turn 2, just to try and get like the rush. Even if you don't hit it, your opponent's probably gonna put away cards. The skill, it's Counter Blast when it hits, either on Vanguard or rear guards. Counter Blast 1, stand a unit, which is pretty good, which is also why I run Ride-Horn, because you basically just create a column no matter what. Like, just stand this stands, you got full attacking column automatically. So there's that. Next I run 3 golden anglets. When as soon as it stands, it gets plus 3k. So basically becomes a 12k attacker. You could alternatively just run the new Nova one, the Extreme Battler version, just stand it plus 5k, but this is a kind of deck where you want to try and kill your opponent on like turn 2 or 3, so it's good to have something that gains power early. For grade 3s, I run 3 Break Rides, 4 Extremes, and 1 Epic Buster Reverse. So what the Break Ride does is, Break Ride, you get when your Vanguard attacks, you stand both your front rows. Extreme, whenever you drive check a unit that has BC in its name, grade 1 or higher, you get to stand a unit. And reverse, I run 1 reverse just because just because of infinite hell. Like Break Ride, lock 2, Counter Blast 2, and stand your whole front row after it attacks. Still good. It's just still can kill your opponent even if they're at 2 or 3. You could alternately just run 4 Azure Dragon, but you won't get the best. You get the best consistency, but you probably won't get the best effects out. For grade 4, we have 4 of the new Meteor Kaiser Big 10. When this unit hits, you get to stand a unit and give it plus 5k. Pretty good if you aren't able to like rush early and just apply pressure and also provide hand advantage. And we have the new one, another new one, Meteor Kaiser Victo Plasma. Counterblast to unflip a copy of it in the G unit, restand it, but it loses twin drive. But even still, it's still pretty good.
Lose triplet drive?
Yeah. What?
Loses triplet drive?
Yep.
Okay.
It loses triple drive. But currently this card's probably like 9 or 10, but you can get away with running 2. What I usually do is just wait till my opponent's like at 4 or 5 and use it rather than just spam it all the time. So it's that.
So what are your thoughts about the deck?
Like, it makes BCD was originally faster already, but they had a terrible late game where it's like your opponent's at 4 and they hit a trigger, so that kind of causes damage. And there's also the chance that Epics Buster Extreme might not always check a grade 1 or higher to stand a unit, and you might just get double trigger after you get nullified. But if you're unsure, you can just like stride into Meteor Kaiser at 4 or 5 just for a guarantee. 2 twin drive. It's in standing Vanguard, standing Vanguard. It's the meta.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
All right. Good one.
that's it.